today I wanted to make some time to talk a bit about the acquisition of Jet.com by Walmart. So they're buying it for $3 billion, which is a huge sum of money, considering the size of Jet.com. So it's been one of the biggest purchases that Walmart has made in the last couple of years, and one of the biggest ones we've seen in the e-commerce space. So I find it interesting to think through it a bit. I've been reading a lot about it, and I wanted to share my thoughts. So when I see these big deals happening for so much money that I can't even imagine on how to use it, but I'm always surprised at, I don't know what's going on, or I don't understand it, or I don't see all the angles of the deal. And that's usually what happens with big companies, because I'm not working inside. I don't know what they have planned. Maybe they've seen something that will blow everyone out of the water, that completely changed the game. I don't think so, but maybe. So rather than talking a bit about why exactly they decided to make the offer and make the offer that big, I don't know. But what I can talk about is what I can see from the outside, and why I think it's not the smartest move for them to make. So there's only one reason Walmart has bought Jet, and that's Amazon. Amazon has been kicking Walmart's ass when it comes to e-commerce in the last couple of years, and Walmart is not catching up. They've been doing a lot of new things, launching a lot of new initiatives, investing a lot of money. I think this year, 2016, they will invest $2 additional billion in technology for their Walmart.com platform, and also their fulfillment centers. So with that said, Amazon is still their main target. And one of the reasons I wanted to make this video is one of my concerns with a lot of stores, not even up to the size of Amazon or Jet or something, but just a lot of stores that are starting out, is that they don't have a USP. It's not clear why people should buy from them versus competitors. A lot of people will go really wide in the variety of products they offer, and they also want to be the cheapest. And those are the two main points that Amazon is beating everybody. Because of their scale, they're getting the lowest prices, and yeah, people come to them for everything. People come to them for groceries. People come to them for clothing, and of course books and all that stuff. So people are used to buying everything from them, and that's also fueled by their Prime membership, which makes people a lot more loyal, which makes people consider Amazon as the main source of their purchases. So yeah, I think that's one of the main struggles that Walmart is having with them. So when it comes to Amazon kicking Walmart's ass, that's mainly translated into the growth rate of the e-commerce sales. 2015, Walmart was growing about 8% compared to the year before, while Amazon was at 22%. And that's a crazy difference, especially if you're making investments for a couple of billion of dollars. Having that difference in growth rate does a lot for revenue projections for the next year, and that makes it easier to invest in something that's going well, especially if you see that the competition is lagging. So when it comes to volume, Walmart does about 14 billion in e-commerce sales, while Amazon was at 70 billion. So that's a lot less, but don't forget that the 14 billion for Walmart, that's only 2.5% of their overall revenue. So in total, that's around 480 billion that they generate in total with all their stores. And so Walmart comes at it from a bit of a different angle, but it's clear that when it comes to e-commerce, when it comes to the future of online retailing, future of retailing, they're lagging. So they have a lot of good points. They got their massive store network. They got a lot of supplier relationships. They've been at it they're at a different volume. So they have a lot of assets as well, but clearly they're lagging on the e-commerce side. So let's talk a bit about Jet. So where's Jet at? Jet is at $1 billion a year in revenue. That's what they did last year. So they've been around for about a year and a half. So that means they have a huge growth rate. They know what's going on in the market, and I think a big part of Walmart is they want to get that expertise and try to get some of those learnings of why they're growing that fast and apply it to their own platform as well. So their business model, they started as a membership program. You have to pay a fee to buy on the website. After a couple of months, they canceled that one, so it's open for everyone. Today, they're mainly still focused on discounts, so lowest prices. And they have a unique functionality when you're checking out. The bigger your basket size, the bigger your savings. So that's a unique feature, but I don't think it's enough to really distinguish between, to really compete with something like Prime, where you have same day or next day delivery, something like that. So that's one thing. So they have like that growth rate. And second is also they have, with the acquisition, they will tie Mark Lowry, who was the founder and CEO of Jet, who was before founded Diapers.com, which was bought by Amazon. So he really understands e-commerce, and he really understands the Amazon type of flavor of e-commerce. So one of the big things I think he will bring to Walmart is something that's been huge for Amazon, and it's been their main source of growth. And that's marketplaces. Maybe e-commerce sales of products that they fulfill themselves or that they own themselves for Amazon. Maybe they're at the same rate than Walmart. It could be. I'm not entirely sure, but let's assume they're at the same rate. Well, the third party vendors of their marketplace of vendors that are using fulfillment by Amazon, that's growing at a crazy rate, and that's causing the difference in growth rate between the two companies. So Jet has that experience. So by acquiring it, I think they will bring a lot of that marketplace experience to Walmart, which can be another source of growth. Because as I said, they generate about $1 billion a year. But that billion, they're not profitable at all yet. And CEO has been quoted that their main goal is getting to scale and finding the leverage in all the infrastructure they build. And he was foreseeing something like to hitting the mark of 20 billion, where they would be at that scale. So knowing Amazon, it also took years and a lot of money and burning a lot of money to get to that point. But it's still a big gap. So yeah, that were a bit my thoughts. So overall, it remains there. There's a lot of good things that Walmart buys with Jet. Is it worth $3 billion? That's another question. So I'd love to hear your thoughts on what I've been talking about. Do you see different angles of why they are worth a lot more than $3 billion maybe, or why they are not worth, or why you don't see the deal working? I'd love for you to leave a comment below this video. Thanks.